In the highest layers of comic book cosmology, power is no longer measured by strength, speed, or destruction. At this level, power is defined by purpose, by role, by what a being represents rather than what it can physically do. This matchup does not take place on a battlefield. There are no punches thrown, no energy blasts exchanged, and no universes shattered in explosive spectacle. This is an abstract confrontation between two concepts that exist above gods, above multiverses, and above traditional storytelling itself. On one side stands the Fulcrum, a mysterious Marvel entity whose role is to observe gods and belief without interference. He does not create reality, nor does he destroy it. He watches, he understands, he remembers. On the other side stands the Source, DC Comics' ultimate origin point, the infinite wellspring from which all existence, all power, and all cosmic systems flow. The Source is not a character. It is existence in its rawest form. This is not a question of who fights better. This is a question of who holds greater authority over reality itself. Awareness versus creation. Witness versus origin. Marvel versus DC at their highest abstract tier. The Fulcrum, Marvel's silent witness of gods. The Fulcrum was introduced during Jason Aaron's Thor run, and from the moment of his appearance, it was clear that he did not belong to any traditional power category. The Fulcrum exists outside time, space, and the Marvel multiverse, often portrayed as residing in a quiet metaphysical space beyond reality. His role is singular and absolute. He observes gods, not humans, not heroes, gods. He watches how gods are born, how they gain power through belief, how they abuse worship, and how they eventually fall. The Fulcrum does not judge them. He does not reward or punish. He does not intervene when gods become cruel or corrupt. His power lies entirely in awareness. He understands the full consequences of belief and divinity, but he is bound by non-interference. This limitation is not weakness, it is definition. The Fulcrum represents pure observation. Once he acts, he would cease to be what he is. He does not rewrite reality. He does not command cosmic forces. He cannot stop destruction, even when he sees it coming. His existence is passive, but absolute in understanding. In Marvel's hierarchy, the Fulcrum exists between higher creative forces and destructive endpoints, serving as the cosmic mirror that reflects truth without altering it. The Source, DC's absolute origin of all existence. The Source is fundamentally different. The Source is not an observer within reality. It is the reason reality exists at all. In DC Comics, every force, every god, every concept, and every dimension traces back to the Source. The multiverse does not exist beside it. It exists because of it. The most well-known manifestation of the Source is the Source Wall, a cosmic boundary at the edge of creation that separates existence from the unknown. Beings who attempt to reach beyond their permitted understanding are absorbed into this wall, not as punishment, but as containment. Even entities like Darkseid, the new gods, and ancient cosmic powers are expressions of the Source's energy, not equals to it. The Source is often linked to the Presence, with many interpretations suggesting that the Source is the raw creative power of the Presence made manifest. While the Presence represents divine will and consciousness, the Source represents infinite creation itself. It does not need to observe. It does not need to learn. It creates laws, dimensions, forces, and meaning by existing. Unlike the Fulcrum, the Source is not bound by non-intervention. It simply does not need to intervene directly because everything already operates within it. Nothing exists outside the Source. Even crises that threaten the multiverse unfold within its framework. A direct comparison, awareness versus creation. When comparing the Fulcrum and the Source, the key difference lies in authority. The Fulcrum understands reality completely, but he does not govern it. He sees outcomes but cannot change them. His power is informational, philosophical, and observational. He exists to witness the relationship between gods and belief, not to shape existence. The source, by contrast, does not merely understand reality. It defines it. Time, space, energy, morality, and cosmic structure are all products of the source's existence. The Fulcrum can observe the rise and fall of gods. The source determines that gods can exist in the first place. Even if the Fulcrum were fully aware of the source, that awareness would not grant him influence. Observation does not equal control. Knowledge does not override origin. The Fulcrum's role is internal to Marvel's cosmic structure. The source stands above DC's entire structure. This is not a battle where strategy matters. There is no scenario where awareness alone can overcome absolute creation. The Fulcrum cannot negate the source, rewrite it, or stand outside it. If this encounter were conceptualized, the Fulcrum would simply perceive the source as an unchallengeable constant. Final verdict: who is more powerful? In a direct cosmic comparison, the source is decisively more powerful than the Fulcrum. This outcome is not determined by combat, strategy, or confrontation, because neither of these entities operates through conflict. Instead, the result is defined by hierarchy and function. The Fulcrum represents understanding without authority. He can perceive the full scope of divine behavior, belief, and consequence, yet he is bound by absolute non-intervention. The source represents authority without limitation. It does not merely influence existence, it establishes the very framework in which existence operates. One observes reality as it unfolds. The other makes reality possible in the first place. The Fulcrum cannot interfere, cannot alter outcomes, and cannot impose structure, even when imbalance is evident. The source does not need to interfere because it is the structure itself. All forces, gods, and cosmic laws already function within its design. This does not diminish the Fulcrum's importance. Within Marvel's cosmology, his role is essential as the ultimate witness of gods and belief. But power at this level is not defined by wisdom or awareness alone. It is defined by authorship. And in this matchup, authorship belongs entirely to the source. Final result: the source wins, not by overpowering the Fulcrum, but by existing on a level the Fulcrum can only observe. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.